Hello everybody, Scottsword here, and welcome back to another Fury of Dracula video, and a very special one. Probably the most important Fury of Dracula video I've ever made. I know we're in the middle of the Duos and Dark Calls tournament, but that's just going to get pushed to one side for today, because I got a very important message from probably, I'm trying to think, the OGs of the Fury of Dracula community. Even older than Mr. Green and Roscoe. And some of you who are watching might have played against them before. But you probably haven't played against them in quite a long time. They've been hiding in the shadows. But they messaged me and said that they're going to go and play a game. And they want me to commentate over the top of it. And they've got some very interesting strategies that they want to showcase. And I would never say no to seeing some interesting strategies. So, everybody, get your notepads out. Get ready to take notes, because this is going to be a good one. See you in the game. Okay, everybody. We are underway for this game. I can't wait to see what is going to go on here. All the advanced rules are turned on. And already, the meta is just being warped. And we have Godalming, Stardy, and Cagliari, the most OP side location in the game. We know now that Dracula cannot start there at all. And look at this, there's just all the movement. They're preparing to Psychic Scan already. Dracula's not going to have a clue what is happening here, what region he should start in. This is just revolutionary. I'm just, oh man. And look at that. This is the best play we've ever seen. There is no way that anybody else could supply twice at night at the beginning of the game and not give Dracula an event card. This is amazing. And Dracula's Dark Calling. Of course, we're not playing with the House Rule variant. This is a standard game of Fury of Dracula. And the sun is so bright, I'm going to have to turn down my blind. Because I'm just being dazzled. I don't need to be dazzled by the sun, because I'm being dazzled by this amazing gameplay that we're seeing here. Oh, and there's no Psychic Scan. Oh, that's very interesting. Van Helsing and Mina met up in Munich to scan Germania, but then have basically faked Dracula out here by both moving to Austria-Hungary and are not going to scan. And now the Dracula events are coming through. Dracula's got the encounter cards, got the event cards as well, and a third one. Let's see what Dracula's able to do with that. And of course, immediately playing the roadblock, asserting dominance. You play it immediately. You don't wait. All these Dracula players in our community who are like, oh no, I have to wait to play the roadblock later. No! You assert dominance, and you play Devilish Power really early as well. Don't even have to wait for CG. What's the point of having Devilish Power in your hand if you're not going to utilize it? It's just burning a hole in your pocket, as Roscoe would say. And the Hunters cannot supply now, so their day... They've basically lost 4 actions, let's be honest. Let's think about it that way. So this is just really, really professional stuff here from the Dracula player. Not wanting to sit on those event cards, instantly using them, and really limiting what the Hunters can do. And look at that roadblock going between Budapest and Zagreb meant the Hunters can't Psychic Scan tonight. This is excellent stuff. So I think maybe Dracula's in the east here. Has played those event cards to try to really limit what the Hunters can do. So after that initial flurry of loads of event cards, it's now calmed down a little bit. Hunters are still looking. These players clearly do not subscribe to the sit still and dig through the deck meta. They're flipping it on its head. Well, they are sitting still and digging, but at night, obviously. And more Hunter event cards. This is what we want to see. You're going to kill Dracula. You need to get those items and events. So these players clearly understand that. But they're not going to waste time, you know, supplying during the day and then not moving at all and giving Dracula free reign of the board. No, they want to apply pressure to Dracula. If Dracula's in the east here, he's in a really bad situation. You've got 3 Hunters charging in on him, blocking off that Zagreb location, so then it's going to be really difficult for Dracula to get past. If Dracula is sneaking up from Athens, because it's always Athens, right? And going up to Sarajevo, and then wolf forming through into Munich. We got to wolf form now, you can't just walk through, because Seward is guarding that passage. Oh, we got an Emmanuel Hildesheim. That's always fun. A Hypnosis is being lost. That is definitely the most prominent card there that we need to concern ourselves with. The Hunters do have a Vampire Lair, though. So, at the moment, that influence bar is at 0. To be honest, I was expecting Dracula to get some influence already, to be honest. I'm a little bit disappointed, because the player who's playing Dracula told me that they were going to be really aggressive, killing Hunters day 1 and day 2, and that hasn't happened yet. But that's okay. I'll reserve judgment. I'll see the whole game, and then I'll critique it. That's okay. We got some false tips and wild horses. Dracula toying with the Hunters at this stage. Maybe the Hunters are just leading Dracula to a false sense of security here. Giving Dracula all these Dracula events. Going, no, we'll be able to catch you later. Oh, and the sensationalist press. So those hired scouts are no more. You see, Dracula's misplayed here a little bit. Because using the wild horses like he did pushed Seward into there, so he gave the option to Psychic Scan, but then Mina didn't Psychic Scan for some reason. And also pushed Van Helsing into a big city, so he was able to get an item off that. Not just an event. So, slight misplay there by Dracula, but didn't get punished by it too badly because of Sensationalist Press. The Hunters chose not to Psychic Scan. Van Helsing's off to sea. And there's no Rumour token. That's the thing. So if these things start maturing, the Hunters are only going to give up maybe 3-4 points maximum. So they're just going to dig through the deck. They're getting rid of all the Dracula events early, right? They're just going to flood Dracula's hand with loads of cards. Dracula will be able to use them. We've got a False Tip and another Devilish Power. Fog has been sniped. Really good play there by the Hunters to get rid of that. They subscribe to the Behind the Fog meta. So that definitely, you know, I think that's kind of interesting. These players have definitely sort of kept an eye on what we do in our community, but decided to mix it up a little bit as well, which I think is... I love any bit of innovation. Dark Calling again by Dracula. Getting all those encounters, all the events, all the encounters. We love to see it. Maybe I should have told them to use the house rule, where we've had even more Dracula events flying around. Van Helsing, it's definitely more efficient to go around that way rather than going by road. These Hunters as well also don't subscribe to Fast Horses meta, which is definitely interesting. There's been a lot of talk in the community. Are Fast Horses overrated? Can you win a game of Fury of Dracula without Fast Horses? It's something I've tried to do in the past, but not very successfully. So maybe this Hunter player is going to show us how to do it. So Dracula's going to start getting things maturing. Oh, and a wolf form as well. Okay, so Dracula is down 5 health, but that 5 health has allowed them to get basically 10 additional encounter cards, and also now wolf forming. So it'll be interesting where that wolf form was from and to. This game has been played at such a pace, by the way. We're only not even just over 9 minutes into the video, and we're already Tuesday week 2, people. These players are definitely not going to break the 2-hour limit for games. Oh! Hired Scouts. Bang on Dracula's current location. Look at that. That's just laser-like intuition there from the Hunters. That is fantastic stuff. Dracula's in Edinburgh, which I always love to see. Maybe wolf form there. Oh, and here come the roadblocks again. Fortunately, you can't block the sea. Okay, so Gadami's going to be able to come over, but the others are going to struggle. Ooh, a spy mature. Not bad. No weapon on Seward. You don't need weapons if you've got a Holy Circle. That's what my grandfather always taught me. So, that's a good spy mature, though. The Hunters are going to have to try and deal with this. The Rumour tokens are turned on, by the way. I can guarantee that. Rumour tokens are active, but this Dracula player is deciding not to use them. Possibly going to use the strategy of throwing them all down in the 3rd week to really sort of stress out the Hunters. And false tip again. So she's getting pushed backwards away from Netanya. And the hunters know. The hunters know where they're going. They're going to Edinburgh. Makes a lot of sense. But Dracula's moved again, so I think what Dracula did there was kind of interesting. Wolf formed, probably from London or Liverpool into Edinburgh, is now able to backtrack into Manchester. Which is definitely a very interesting strategy, and just makes that sort of, that stay of theirs in Britannia, you know, a lot more potent. They don't have to go to sea immediately. Unearthly Swiftness is in place, so we're going to get this mature, and then the misdirect will fall off, so it's just going to give Dracula even more encounters. Maybe prepare a trap for Godalming in... is it just me, or did the Unearthly Swiftness not trigger? Maybe it did. Maybe these players are playing at such a pace, it just went by in a flash and I missed it. So Godalming, very wisely, is not going to London. So it could be a very nasty trap set up for him there. Instead, taking the safe route, going to North Sea, and going to Edinburgh, then doing everything in order. It means that Dracula has a bit more time now to sort of lay down extra stuff, but it means Godalming's not going to die. So I would agree with that decision. Even more hunter events. Now the hunter events are coming through. Dracula had always fun earlier. Maybe Dracula's going to regret burning all of those cards early. We'll have to see. Vampire Lair's got discarded, though. That's a very bold move by the hunters, because we all know that Vampire Lair is basically a mini Renewed Vigor. So that is quite the decision. We've got Reckless... Oh! It's an ambush with a Reckless Vampire. It's not maturing. It's a Reckless Vampire ambush here. Can Dracula get some points? Dracula's plotting. Oh, and a good punch. Hunters are just dodging round one so often these days. The Vampire 4, you could take advantage of that fact. But then didn't plotting again. Oh. Godalming just not wanting to take anything to chance. No Fang points. Godalming, mic drop. Out of there. We know that Seward has a stake. But we don't know about Godalming. It's very possible that Godalming has a stake. So that's 2 Holy Circles that have been utilised here by the Hunters. Well, at least Seward's got one, Godalming had the other. Very useful card. If you don't have an escape route, then the Holy Circle just gets you out of there, cancels everything. Oh, and now Godalming's going into a night fight with the Vampire without Holy Circle. Slightly questionable decision. But you never know. Maybe Godalming just throw out a knife here and that'll be a dead Vampire. Mesmerize. Oh, Godalming should have punched round 1. Like last time. Oh, the Vampire was maybe playing the long game there. But anyway. Fanging into a knife? No, into a punch. Godalming is bitten. That's a point for the Vampire. The thermometer ticks upwards. But still plenty of time for the Hunters to recover. We know Seward has a stake. So I guess Seward could just... Well, Seward's not going to get there in time unless there's an excellent weather that we don't know about. Right. Oh, Dark Calling again. Damn, this Dracula loves the Dark Call. Oh, and it's a hide in Manchester and potentially a double vampire here. Oh, I don't think Dracula should have ambushed here though, because you could definitely catch Godalming into a night fight. Fangs into dodge, good dodge. So Godalming's giving up 1 point. Has given up 1 point already, but will not give up a second unless suddenly now the vampire's drawn Fangs again. No, draws a strength into a punch. Okay, so that's 2 damage onto Godalming. Strength again into an escape, maybe? Yeah, okay. So Godalming only takes 2 damage there, but what's the other encounter card going to be? We've got a flurry of action now. Now you see, as soon as Dracula's discovered... Oh, it is another vampire. Look at this. I told you that these players have been around for a very long time, even longer than Roscoe. So I think Roscoe copied the double vampire trick of this player. I know Roscoe won't admit it, but we all know it, so we'll just say it out loud. Escape as bat from the new vampire, even though you can't escape round 2, but that's just asserting doms. Or maybe the vampire is just trying to get that card out of the hand, so then can get some really good stuff now for rounds 3 and 4. Like a claws, good choice. Another 2 damage onto Godalming. So that escape as bat was definitely worth it to play that round 2. Only take 1 damage, and that allows you to then get the claws that you need for round 3. Very good. Very, very good. Seward's going across to Edinburgh, but he's not going to make it in time. Oh, and it's a trade. Okay. Planned ambush got traded off Mina, unless it got discarded. It did get discarded. So Mina is just discarding events left and right here, and Godalming is going into a night fight against 2 vampires. That is a brave, brave man. Claws into a punch. Nope, into a dodge. Good. So Godalming avoids that damage. How many items does Godalming have? I can't see. The game is so intense it won't let me click. That's fine. Plodding into a punch. Yay! Okay, good stuff there. So the vampire's down. So yeah, if Godalming can suddenly surprise this vampire with a knife, you'll be dead. Escaping is missed. Oh, they both escaped. They both had the same idea, even though the vampire can't escape this round. And of course, if the vampire in Edinburgh matures, then there's no need to be fighting this vampire in Manchester. I guess Godalming just wants to see some action. Godalming just taunting these vampires, like, you can't kill me. Oh dear. Okay, well now maybe the vampires will have their way. Godalming's mesmerized, and unless there is a 3rd holy circle that we don't know about, Godalming is dead. Or great strength? No. Okay, that's a lot of points for Dracula there. Because it was the mesmerized bite point plus then Godalming dying. So 1 plus 3 plus the one that the Reckless in Edinburgh gave a while ago. And I assume Dracula's going to mature this vampire. He does. Very good stuff indeed. So up to 9 points already. And Dracula's wolf forming again. This Dracula absolutely gives no fucks at all. Oh, he had a horse. Damn, that is very detrimental for the hunters. To lose a horse at this stage, and it doesn't look like the item deck is going to reset anytime soon. That horse is essentially gone, more or less for the rest of the game, unless the hunters just supply up a lot. Now we've got 2 hunters in Britannia, so if Dracula's not careful, he might get pounced on here by 2 hunters. Hired scouts, okay. Edinburgh and Naples. Well then, that is quite the decision on the hired scouts. I guess, and also the. I mean, this is just asserting dominance right now. The hunters don't care. No. We know you got 9 points, but we know exactly where you are, so we don't need those hired scouts. Who needs hired scouts when we know exactly where you are? And Dracula's got to be careful here, because how many Draculas have overstayed in Britannia, and then they get pounced on? Or suddenly Rufus Smith appears. And then they're having to go long sea voyages and taking loads of damage. And the thing is, Dracula's taking lots of damage already. So it's not as if Dracula has lost a lot of health. But Dracula's now going to sea. So Dracula's playing smart here. Taking the safe option. There are 3 hunters inbound. Just don't take too much damage before going to sea. Just go to sea now. Very good choice. No, not Plymouth. Ooh. Will those wasted hired scouts come back to bite the hunters here. It might look like it. No. So it looks like it's maybe a Swansea? Is it a fake wolf form from London to Swansea? Possibly. I'll have to see. But this is... Oh, a Drac has already landed! Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is either an Irish Sea voyage or an English Channel voyage. Could be in Le Havre right now. Wow, this is huge. Oh, he hid it. It was... Wow, okay. This is just... I'm telling you, right? I've said it so many times that Wolfform Hide is really potent. You all laughed at me. And look what's happening here. The greatest Dracula player in history, even better than Wisakajic, has used Wolfform Hide to completely bamboozle the hunters here. Mina's taken an absolute shit ton of damage. It's not looking good for her. Dracula's now in Dublin. Unless it's on your CG, there is not a consecrated ground. So Dracula has gone away with it, is in Dublin, can now move to Galway really safely, and is now throwing down the rumour token just to seal the deal. Obviously, we know Vampire Lair's been discarded. You'll notice, of course, there's no chat box in here because these two players were really insistent that they remained anonymous. Even though, as I said, a lot of you have probably played against them before, but albeit a very long time ago. But they wanted to be anonymous, and they were so insistent on that that Nomad had to disable the chat function to make this game happen. And Dark Calling, again, this Dracula is just wanting to have all the encounter cards. Maybe he's going for a special achievement. Maybe this is a Steam achievement we don't know about. Or maybe I think also what's been happening is maybe the Dracula player has been looking at Strider's commentary in the community about, oh, how many times has Dark Call been played, blah blah blah. I think even Jamie Philly said that maybe 3 times is very rare. How many times has that been already this game? Is that 3 or 4 times now that Dracula's used Dark Call? Clearly, Dracula wants to show you that Dark Call is not a terrible card. And you can draw it 4 or 5 times a game. And it's going to be amazing. So, like, the hunters, like, what are the hunters doing? Like, they're just, like, so confused. Like, do we stay? Do we go? What do we do? Who goes to deal with the Rumour token? Is there a stake? I know Sud has a stake. Does Mina have one? I wasn't even paying attention when the rats and the wolves got triggered. In terms of items. Oh, there's a wolf form. Oh, is that a wolf form from Dublin to Galway? Or is that another wolf form hide? But now this is really dangerous because Dracula's in, you know, heroic leap territory here. Whoa! Oh wow! I didn't even see the misdirect. So he landed in Dublin, went into Galway and hid, and then Wolfform back into Dublin because he knows Irish Sea's going to fall off the trail, so there's no CG risk here. Oh shit! Because he just wants to, you know, really catch out Mina here, and it looks like he's going to do that. Obviously, if Mina dies here, it'll be just be GG because it'll be 4 points. Oh, Mina tries to block the second clause with the pistol, but it's not. It's a mesmerize. So if Mina dies here, that is GG. Here come the fangs. No, it's applauding. Oh, and Mina dodged into applauding. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, Mina has the holy bullet, so it makes sense you try to play pistol there as well. Does Mina have a knife that we don't know about? Here come the fangs. Oh! Unless they picked up Great Strife. That's it! It's over! It's all over in 25 minutes. What an enthralling game that was. But it was almost at the end of week 3. This is the pace that tournament games have to be played at in the future. I don't care. I'm telling Philly and Snuff. This is now the standard for tournament gameplay. Dracula has won. That's also the other thing now. In the Duos and Dark Horse tournament, the Hunters have got a huge win rate advantage. We've had a Dracula victory here, so you see you can win as Dracula. What a game that was. There was everything. There are event cards and dark calls and lots of hunter movement and, you know, tricky psychic scans. It's just, oh my goodness. I'm just enthralled by everything we've just seen, and I hope you have been as well. What a game. I mean, we may as well just retire, because we can't beat that. May as well just cancel the tournament now. No more tournaments, no more events. Let's all just pack up and go home. Those were the two best Fury of Dracula players that have ever existed and will ever see again. So I want to thank them so much for contacting me personally and asking me to commentate on their game, because that was really exciting stuff. And now they're going to disappear into the shadows, and they might return again another time soon. But hope you've enjoyed this video, and feel free to leave all your comments below. What did you think of their amazing strategies? I'm sure there's a lot of talking points from this game, and just because I was commentating on my own and the game was going by at such a pace, there's so much stuff I couldn't cover. But feel free to leave all your comments below, and I'll see you. Well, I guess we won't see you for another Fury of Dracula over, because that's it. There's no point doing anymore, because we can't do any better than that. Oh well, I guess that's the end of the channel. Bye everybody. Thank you for all your support over the last few years. Bye bye.